Hey there guys, it's Steven here, I'm with Jared, and today we're going to review Ryse, Son of Rome. This is a game that has currently a 61 score on Metacritic.com, and Jared and I are here to tell you that don't listen to them, it's an absolute gem and one of the best launch titles in recent memory, a true AAA title, isn't that right, Jared?
You're completely wrong. I fully agree with Metacritic.
Oh wow, this is working wonders.
Yes, no, you're absolutely right. I don't quite understand what anyone was really talking about this. It's from all the different media outlets and whatever. It seems that everybody wanted some 45-hour triple A Skyrim type of game. I don't understand what people are complaining about. This is like what, a 4 to 6 hour, I wouldn't say a God of War action game. It's whatever. It's an action game that's very linear, but it features a really awesome kick-ass combat system, phenomenal graphics, even a fun online multiplayer mode. And I don't quite understand what everyone is smoking when they gave this some people gave it a 4 or 5 on 10. I just don't get it.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I wasn't expecting I think that's what got me by surprise with this game is when I put it in, I wasn't expecting much, and right away it grabbed me and it never let go. It's not a long game, so can understand why some people might have hesitations spending $60 on it, but for me I always prefer when a game ends on a high note than when it drags on, and this is exactly the type of experience you're gonna have. Plus it has replay value, like you mentioned. The multiplayer mode is actually pretty good. It's co-op, so it's not like some brainless multiplayer mode where you just bash buttons. It's actually co-op and it's pretty fun. There's a nice level up system. Another thing though, the visuals are fantastic. If you have an Xbox One and you want to show it to your friends, this is the game to go.
Yeah, for sure. This is it features all kinds of incredible effects. You've got volumetric fog, you've got billions of particle effects. Some of the best scenes in the whole game are where you're with your little entourage, and you have to maybe say storm a bridge or something, and as arrows come overhead, you all take your shields. You must have seen this in other videos or things like that. And these moments, not only do they look great, but they make you feel like such a badass. It's just, I don't know, it's of all the launch titles I've played for Xbox One and for PlayStation 4, this is the one that really felt the most epic and the most next gen in terms of just the overall presentation.
Yeah, and another aspect I really liked about this game, and that review seems to contradict me, is that I found it had tons of diversity. And that's a rare feat in a game that's only a few hours, because you go from Rome, you go to not the jungle but the forest, and you go to a lot of different areas, and with the visuals it really helped. But you also it feels like you're in command of an army here. You don't really do that much stuff, but you'll say stuff like fire arrows here. You'll select certain strategies during a battle. And there are areas where you need to basically form a line and just have your shield and form a line of a defense and advance slowly, and then fire your what are they called? Your lances and stuff. And those things just add a lot of diversity to our game, and I found those pretty entertaining.
Yeah, I also like just the general combat. I mean, it's really simplistic. You have a a simple combo system or whatever. You have a couple of attack buttons and God, I haven't played it now in a little while, but I believe, what is it? You've got a counter button and whatever else. Anyways, once you attack an enemy long enough, they get a little icon over their head, which basically starts a QTE or a QuickTime event. And well, even if you don't do anything, you'll still take out the enemy. But it's really cool when when you're able to take out, that's a little special guest there, folks. He's telling you that it's worth checking out as well. Anyways, but yeah, so it's mainly just for flash more than like any substance or whatever. But still, why this is important is because if you do these special moves often enough, you actually get like maybe additional health or additional experience, things like that. So it is more than just flashy, if you know what I mean. What else did you like about the gameplay?
I also pretty liked the challenge. I like you, I beat the game on normal. And then I tried the harder difficulties and found out that it's quite done. It's done fairly. The way that they do it is that they don't add health or like make the enemies harder. What they do is that each and every hit you take does a lot more damage. Sorry, that's not. I haven't played the game in a long time. I just remember what they do is that you don't regenerate as much health as you do using the perks you mentioned. The perks are every time you do like the executions, you can get either health regenerations, you can get more XP, you can get more damages. And the way they do it with the more harder difficulties is that you get less of that, and that's it. But that does make a heck of a lot of a difference when you factor in the fact that you have to fight like sometimes like 20 or 30 guys in a row, sometimes up to 10 guys are fighting you at the same time. And that's not an easy thing to do.
Yeah, no kidding. Even on normal, there was some moments there where I was like, damn. Something I wanted to mention just quickly is I've heard some people complaining about like microtransactions, and I don't quite understand what the complaint was with this particular game, because you can buy gold with real world money, which you can use to unlock certain skills. However, it doesn't unbalance the game because skills are locked to your overall rank, and your rank only goes up as you defeat additional enemies and so on and so forth. So it's not like you can just buy all the skills right off the bat and have like a super centurion. It doesn't work like that at all. In essence, I really don't know why anyone would buy any of the basically do any of the microtransactions. To me, it's almost like a waste. I don't get it. If you're really that lazy, that's like, wow, that's a whole other level.
The only maybe negative things I can say about the game is like all the current Xbox One launch titles, it's a bit buggy at times, especially on the online front. Like we played a game, you and I, which were basically forced to quit because our enemies were basically frozen and we could not damage them, so the game could not advance at all. And there were a few other instances like that that I encountered online, and that seems to be a common theme so far with launch titles.
Yeah, exactly. That's pretty much the only thing negative I can say too. So I mean, like overall, for anyone watching this, if you have an Xbox One, don't listen to all the other critics. Listen to us. But no, seriously, I would really recommend that you, at the very least, try the game out, because you could be just like Steven and I and just be completely surprised. Like, both of us were just blown away. I mean, I didn't even plan to pick the game up until Steven said, you know what, you should really give it a shot. And I'm really glad I did, because it's turned out to be like one of the best titles. It's definitely a showpiece on the Xbox One.
Yeah, it is, and well, I guess we'll end it that way. Thanks for watching the video, guys, and be sure to check out the full written review that Jared wrote for the site, and thanks for watching.
Do